Welcome back. We only have four more non-CFP bowl games to go through. They start Thursday, they run through Saturday. So let's get rocking on it. We start with the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. We have Duke and Ole Miss. Duke was 66th in the nation in points per game this year, while sitting 102nd in the nation in yards per game. They're 120th in the run, but they were 30th in the pass. Malik Murphy and Star Brown led the way. They will not be in this game, so Jordan Moore is going to need to step up. He led the way in the receiving game, 50 receptions for 798 yards and 7 scores. Ole Miss was 14th in the nation in points per game. They were third in yards per game, 48th in the run, but third in the pass. Jackson Dart has said he is playing in this game. He was great, completing 249 of 363 passes this year for 3,875 yards and 25 touchdowns. He's been picked off 6 times, but he's also run well, 452 yards and 3 scores. While the Duke offense was solid this year, most of their production is gone. Malik Murphy accounted for 28 touchdowns. Star Thomas accounted for 7. That means just 4 offensive touchdowns not impacted by Murphy or Thomas are playing in this game. Further, Ole Miss is a dominant defense. They're number 1 in the nation in sack percentage. They'll be facing a quarterback with little experience. Ole Miss is also 12th in the nation in turnover margin. They're going to dominate this game. Take Ole Miss minus 17, minus 110 on DraftKings. Move to North Texas and Texas State in the ServPro First Responders Bowl. North Texas is 18th in the nation in points per game. They're 4th in yards per game, 58th in the run, and 4th in the pass. But Chandler Morris is gone. So is DT Shetfield. Shane Porter is going to have a big game. He is in the transfer portal, but Porter is right now listed on the depth chart. He ran for 643 yards and 5 scores this year. Texas State, 5th in the nation in points per game. They're 5th in yards per game. They're 15th in the run, 26th in the pass. Ishmael Mahdi is in the transfer portal, but Jordan McLeod's playing. McLeod passed for 2,920 yards with 29 touchdowns. He was intercepted 12 times, but also has run for 276 yards and 7 scores. North Texas is missing a lot of parts in this game. Still, they do have some of their solid offense, even without their quarterback and some other major parts. Further, their defense is terrible. They're facing an amazing Texas State offense. I don't think we're going to see much defense in this one. Take the over. Over 60.5, minus 110 on Bet365. We move to the Duke's Mayo Bowl with Minnesota and Virginia Tech. Minnesota was 15th in the nation in opponent points per game. They were 9th in opponent yards per game. They were 27th against the run and 18th against the pass. Cody Lindenberg was great. He had 94 tackles to lead the team, had a sack, 6 pass breakups, and an interception. Virginia Tech this year was 47th in the nation in points per game, while sitting 63rd in yards per game. They were 27th in the run, 101st in the pass. It looks like Kyron Drones will be out. That's going to put pressure on Bashil Tutin if he decides to play. Right now, it looks like he might, but that's still unconfirmed. He ran for 1,159 yards and 15 touchdowns. He also has 2 receiving touchdowns. Virginia Tech's missing a lot of starters. If Tutin plays, that's going to be huge for him. If he's out, Virginia Tech could be missing up to 14 starters in this game. Still, that defense is strong and has depth against a Minnesota offense that really struggled this year. This spread just keeps growing larger and larger. It's at the point of too much. We're going to take Virginia Tech plus 10, minus 135 on Flip. And finally, we have the Bahamas Bowl. We get Buffalo and Liberty in this one. Buffalo is 51st in the nation in points per game while sitting 95th in yards per game. They were 66 in the run, but 106 in the pass. It's CJ Agbana leads the way for the Buffalo offense. He completed 57.1% of his passes for 2,244 yards and 19 touchdowns. He also ran for 311 yards and 8 touchdowns while having just 5 interceptions this year. Liberty, 46th in the nation in points per game, 28th in yards per game. They are 3rd in the run while sitting 121st in the pass. Yes, Keaton Salter's gone. The load of the offense is going to fall on Quentin Cooley. He ran for 1,254 yards this year while scoring 13 times. Having Keaton Salter would have been huge for Liberty, but he's off to Colorado. Still, the running game for Liberty is great. Not only do they have Cooley, they have Billy Lucas in the backfield. If Ryan Berger can take care of the ball, Liberty's going to be the better team. While Liberty's underperformed all year, they're going to get the win here. Liberty, money line, plus 126 on Caesars. Let's recap. Ole Miss minus 17, the over 60.5 at North Texas, Texas State. We have Virginia Tech plus 10 and Liberty money line. If you like this content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. We'll be back with breakdowns for the college football playoff semifinals. Ultimately, we'll get our last rankings and rankings of the bowl games. See you soon.